Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to the video. This is fishing vlog number 63, and for those of you who have entered in the draw, the 15K draw, today we're going to pick the winner. Stick around to the end, and I'm going to do that. And I thought I would start off today with a clip here of Ripley, because I think she's developing a little bit of pearl scale. It's hard to see yet, because pearl scales come out a little bit later, but I think there seems to be a hint of it there, and as she grows up, we'll definitely check that out. Now, for those of you who've been around for a while, last summer I had set these up as culture tanks, and they were going to drip into the two tanks on the right and the left, and it was just going to be an automatic way of feeding Daphnia to young fry. Unfortunately, the cultures crashed, and I did not get it to do what I wanted it to, but I kept them going because the one on the right especially, because it is great for infusoria, and I have been feeding it to a lot of the fry. Specifically, I needed it for the Bosmani Rainbow Fry. Now, when I first started breeding those, I had, I wasn't really quite prepared for it yet. So I had taken the first batch, which wasn't very many fry, and I had actually stuck it in the tank on the left. If you remember when I set these up, I had said that I wanted to make sure, whenever I culture anything, that the water chemistry is high quality, so that when I feed, I only have to take the water out and put it in whatever I'm feeding, so I don't have to do anything special to it. And then I'd forgotten all about it. I had noticed that the tank on the left was less green than the tank on the right, but I had just put it down to subculturing or whatever was in there, because I do use this now, as you can see, to raise a lot of scuds. And yesterday I had noticed that there are Bosmani fry swimming around in here. It was actually kind of cool. So one of those nice surprises that you get every now and then, because when you forget about doing something and then later on, oh yeah, that's right. And there are, I think originally about 6 or 7 I put in here, and near the end of this clip you're going to see at least 2 are in here. I'm going to leave them in here for now because they are about 3 times the size of the ones I've been culturing in their own tanks, mostly because these guys get to feed almost exclusively on a full tank of baby scuds and whatever else is in here, and the other ones have to obviously share with all their siblings. So this is actually really lovely. I'm going to let them go here a little while longer. There's the other one, and we're going to see how that all turns out. I mean, I want to see how big they are getting. Now, if you remember, I said I was going to pick up a bale of hay. I had taken a video of it. I have no idea where the video got. Subsequently, I had taken that bale, divided it up, and put it into 2 really large garbage bags, and I am going to do a fair amount of culturing with it because I really like how the hay is working out in all those cultures, and we're going to see how that all works out. And I think I have enough hay now for the next couple of decades, so it should be interesting. These are Hat Borlerai fry. I had kept a pair back because I wanted to, in case I wanted to breed them, and all the rest went to clients. And then I realized that the parents are getting a little older now, so I collected a batch when I saw that she was pregnant again. And like I said, I don't want to lose the line, and I really don't like going to clients' tanks and pulling out their adults and breeding them and then putting them back. It's hard to catch them out of tanks, and it's just far more easy for me just to do what I had done here. Now, this is the refit for the Java Moss bog filter, and I was interested to see if taking all that Java moss out and putting the Java fern in with the gravel and everything would alter the chemistry anything significantly. There are a lot of plants in there. I hadn't noticed anything at all, so that's actually kind of good. I really do like how the leak-proof canister filters work, or at least the new version of it, and I'm glad to see that it's actually holding up, because I really do prefer the look of this style of filter compared to the Java Moss bog filter and how it's looking. And these filters here are extremely efficient, so I'm quite happy. And then, as you see, the gardener are doing extremely well. All the females are now ready to breed, so I am going to spread them out, as I keep saying I'm going to do, but I do have to get to that now, so they will continue to breed, and I can continue, because these are lovely fish, and I really want to make sure I have a nice thriving culture or colony, whatever you want to call it, of them, because they are definitely one of my favorite fish. This tank here may change. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it differently, but there's some aspects to this I want to alter a little bit maybe. I haven't decided yet. This filter I have no idea what I'm doing with. It's going to go into an aquarium, of course, not as a Java Moss filter, but as something else. This is doing really well. I'm happy with it, and I think it's going to end up with it being a lovely centerpiece in time. I really do want to wire up a lot of Java Moss in the back, but sorry, Java Fern, but I never seem to get to it. There always seems to be so many other things I need to do. I'll have to see. I'll have to see how that goes, because there are a lot of things that it needs to, have happen. This is doing exceptionally well. I have not shown a clip of this in quite some time. This is the land moss, and it's sitting in just a bed of gravel with, as you can see, a filter bubbling up underneath it, and it is growing very well. Hasn't died off. Haven't had any issues with it. I'm very happy with how that's turned out. That plant there, the fern, and the lily, and of course the pothos, but pothos always grows. They're doing really well, and I am going to get to the point where I am going to switch over all these on top of the tank plant, well, not really filters, but plant growers, because I really want to have that look, and I do want to make sure that they all thrive. So this is a pile of coral sand that I took out of a client's tank during the COVID problems, and this is a bunch of the coral as well, because like a lot of those tanks had issues. I'm going to use this. If I remember from last, I think it was last week's vlog, I mentioned that I was getting a lot more male guppies than I was female guppies, and one of the things that can trigger that is a change in pH. So I'm going to hook this up as this way here for the pond. So the pond pH should be buffered quite nicely, and it'll raise it up higher, and that hopefully will skew the ratio. I want more females than males, which sounds kind of odd, I suppose, because most people prefer the males, and I think my clients do too, but I'm getting too few females now, and obviously need them to breed, so that is something I definitely need to do. So I'm going to crank the pH up in this just a little bit. Now this clip is here because those experiments I did with the ammonium chloride, the bottle of ammonium chloride, putting in there, testing all the filters, this is the tank I did that on, and the ammonia went to 0. I did a bit of a water change, but not a full water change, and then I needed the tank because I had a female OB zebra with a mouthful, so I put her in here, and then she spit her babies out, and I left her in here for like a week or two almost, and the babies are in here too, and it was fine. I fed them, everyone was fine. I moved her back to the tank that she came from, and then lo and behold, all the babies have passed away. I don't know what happened. I just noticed it one day, the tank, there's no babies in it, and something that can kill off baby Africans is actually got to be quite toxic. So there's some kind of anomaly, backlash, I'm not sure what, having to deal with filtration systems and having to deal with the ammonium chloride, the chemical way of doing it. I am going to do more tests for filtration systems and systems that have which filters are better, but I'm going to stick now to the more natural ways of doing it, as in like starting up a filter, a tank, cycling, that sort of stuff, the more natural ways of doing it, because whatever that is, I don't like losing fish, and to lose them all like that, it has to be something fairly severe for them to kill off Africans. I mean, they're tough as nails. So enough about all that. I will figure out those new experiments and get onto that, because I do like working with filters and how they work, but let's get on to the 15K draw. So thank you very much. I had over 100 entrants, which is excellent. People who are interested in winning something that I'm going to put together. So it was a kind of an awkward number to generate with dice, so I used Google to generate a random number. I know computers, random numbers, it's kind of a silly idea, but it was really the easiest recourse. So I put in the range and had it generate a number, and it came up with 11, and I just went down the list until I got to number 11, and it turns out that the winner is Lonnie. So congratulations, Lonnie. I will leave you my email in the comments, in the blurb below the video. Definitely get a hold of me. We'll figure out what you want me to make, and we'll get that shipped off to you. So congratulations again. Thank you also again for everyone who entered and for the interest in my channel and all that. It is most gratifying to see that people actually want to watch the stuff that I do. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.